welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Revelation chapter 1 verse 4 mentions the 7 spirits before his throne. Who are they? This is a great question because it oftentimes allows us to question what we know as Trinitarian doctrine, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Who are these, quote, 7 spirits? I'm actually going to answer this question in somewhat of a roundabout way. The book of Revelation, all 22 chapters, obviously very mysterious to so many. One of the reasons it is so mysterious is that because over 250 times we either have a reference to, a quotation of, or an allusion to the Old Testament. The reason most of us struggle with the book of Revelation isn't because we struggle with what we're reading, it's because we don't know our Old Testament well enough to understand what we're reading. Now, why is that important to the question? Because in Isaiah chapter 11, in verses 1 and 2, it talks about the 7 spirits before the throne of God. Now, why is this important? Because later on in chapter 11 of Isaiah, it talks about the millennial kingdom of Jesus Christ, where he reigns on his throne on the earth. The entire chapter, at least that part of the chapter, is about Jesus' second coming, the return, and ultimately his reign in the millennial kingdom. The 7 spirits are listed there in verse 2 of Revelation chapter 11, which is the fulfillment of what you see in Revelation chapter 1, verse 4. Kind of another example while we're on the question is at the end of chapter 1, it talks about the stars that are in the right hand and all these different things. Well, earlier it tells us what the stars are. So again, the book of Revelation has all this imagery that at times seems in conflict with biblical doctrine, when most of the time all it is an allusion back to what the Old Testament was sharing, where the answer is listed before us. Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.